How's it going? My name is Brent from Encore, PPF and Tint, and today we are working on an Audi Q5. This is a 2022, just had a bunch of paint work done, and we're putting paint protection over the new paint. Well, let's go ahead and bulk this hood. Yeah, okay. It's pretty tacky. So this is a Tinting reaction. And I thought it was going to be a little bit less tacky than our other material, but that's pretty tacky. I know that this car does have fresh paint on it, and that can also make a difference. Now, doing this on a black car is probably a bad idea. Should have started with the silver or something, huh? I don't know. It's definitely wanted to tack real fast. I did not change my slip solution because I thought it was going to be less tacky than our other film, and that might have been a mistake. We'll see. All right. Yeah. Ooh. Goodness gracious. Let's see what we've got over here. So this one's got a bunch more soap in it. So I'm gonna try putting this on here. Yeah, listen to that. It's real grabby. All right, let's see what we can do now. That's floating around better. Okay, so we are gonna have some issues here that you don't always have on cars. And this has a really tight ridge here, so that valley is like just pretty steep. And then also when we get back to here, we're gonna be hitting the A pillar, so we're gonna need to trim this material a little bit so that it'll actually stay stuck down to the hood. So let's go ahead and start by giving this a little trim here. Ooh, that's too close. You don't want to get that close. That's too close to the hood anyway. All right, something like that. Yep, that lays down good. Okay, so oh, this is annoying. I'm gonna take this off. All right, so that you can see here that did a really good job of helping this lay down instead of looking like this. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut this here and get rid of this. Okay. That'll help that lay down, and we may trim some more of that back, but we're gonna wait on that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start by tacking, doing our four corner stretch and tack. guess it's called a 4-corner tack, really. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some tack solution on. Oh, that's soap. All right. All right, now let's go ahead and actually put some tack solution on here, not more soap. Okay. Got that all that soap rinsed out now. We'll go ahead and squeegee this down. Okay, there we go. All right, so we will put, let's get some more tack, let's get some tack in here on this side. Not on where the hood is, just on where it's gonna attach to the fender. And then we're gonna give it a little bit of stretch from left to right. Okay, and then we'll squeegee this out. Now we're going to stretch to the front. Okay, so get some tack in here. And then we're going to try and stretch all these fingers out and get this nice and flush on these edges. They call that glassing it out. Okay, and then we'll squeegee this and tack it to the bumper. Okay. And I'm just double checking up here to make sure that this didn't pull down too far and come out into the hood area. Okay. All right, we've got some good, we're still slipping, so that's good. Let's get this one tacked down. A little bit of pre-tacking going on here. Okay, and now we want to get rid of the rest of these fingers. Okay, that looks good right there. Okay, so we've got everything stretched. All the fingers are out. Now we just need to start squeegeeing this out. I do see some free tacking going on right here. So let's fix that. All right, so this film is definitely reacting different than I'm used to with the other film that we used. So what we're going to want to do real quick here is get some of this air out and then squeegee down these ridges. See how you could see that it's doing like a U-turn right there? And that's from it doing a little bit of pre-tacking right here. Okay. Let's see if we can work with that now. Let's get this air out of here now. And then we'll get these ridges squeegeed out. And also we're gonna squeegee out on the edges here, like right in here where it's got a lot of tension, because it's gonna want to tack there real quick. All right, let's first get rid of the air. Okay, let's get rid of this bit of air here. Okay, then let's squeegee this ridge down. And then let's come down into that valley and just out of that valley. On both sides. Okay, and I'm just gonna take this over right now a little bit. All right, so let's now, that's looking fine. Oh, we're getting some pre-tack in there too. Okay, interesting. I'll have to see what the soap mixture is for this film. Let's go ahead and get this ridge. And then we have to get over to the other side. I'm gonna leave the middle up and not tacked while we get these ridges down and these edges that have a lot of pressure on them or tension. Okay, so we just pushed all that down. Let's get this one more time here. Bring this up. Make sure we didn't leave anything behind. I could hear something there. All right, so we're gonna finish this off here. Okay. Now let's take care of the other side. All right, so we're gonna go up these lines. Well, I gotta push this air out first. So since nothing's pushed down, let's go ahead and see what we have for pre-tacking, which is a pretty solid amount. And since we're in a position where we can still lift it, let's do a little bit of that and then see how that goes. Okay, so let's get rid of the air now. Okay. Just getting rid of some of this extra moisture here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and go right along this ridge again. And then we're going to work into these valleys. Just be very careful in here because it's going to be easy to leave some slip solution behind. Okay. Take this down. Okay, then we're gonna do this ridge, and then we'll take out all the middle now. Did get some silvering on this line here. See if a little bit more pressure will help minimize that. I think that's gonna dry clear though. Okay, I got little fingers here. We're gonna worry about those in a moment. Now, let's check this front edge. We are getting some pre-tacking here. Okay. So let's go ahead and see if we can push this moisture back and get it out back in here and make sure that we can get all this to slip around. Okay, all that seems to be breaking loose well, so we're going to be in good shape there. So let's go ahead and squeegee this front across. And then we're going to take this stuff back. Oh, I gotta turn the camera so you can see what I'm doing, huh? Okay. All right, sorry, I know I'm not talking much and explaining things. I'm just trying to focus here. This edge is pre-tacking, so let's give it this, lift that up and give the moisture somewhere to go. Okay, I'm just double checking all this to make sure I'm not leaving any moisture behind. If we are, we want to get it out now. Okay. That's coming along pretty good. Let's go ahead and make sure that all this is broken loose. Okay, great. Then we'll take this stuff out. Okay. Well, now I've done a little something there I don't like. Alright, I had to pull it back because I was getting a little bit of a mark in the adhesive right there. So that's looking better now. Yeah, I don't know. This stuff seems more tacky than premium shield film that we use. Definitely have to check the slip solution, what they want you to use and the ratio, and which soap they want you to use too. We're using the what is it? First or 7th generation dish soap. Okay, so we've got all the stuff down. That's good. Very good. Let's double check. Make sure we're not leaving any water behind. Could also be because of this is fresh paint. I shouldn't have done this on a black car, and maybe not on a hood to start. Try to be smarter than me. Alright, if you're gonna try a new film, try on a silver car. Maybe not on a hood. Not a black car anyway. I like to make it difficult on myself sometimes. Alright, so we're spraying down these little fingers here. And then we're going to put some pressure on those and squeegee them out. We'll just keep working our way around. Make sure all these are down and gone. Alright, right here. Alright, so we're looking really good around the edge. Gotta replace a battery here. I'll be right back. Alright, so we'll continue to work our way around, making sure that we've got everything on these edges stuck down. A little bit of soap and moisture stuck right in there. So I'm going to lift this back just a tiny bit, squeegee that out. Okay, we keep coming around. I should have left that camera up on the ladder like I do for a lot of these videos. I thought I'd bring it down this time and pull it around with me, but I'm not sure that was a good call on my part. Okay. Okay, let's get this part down. Okay, get some tack in this part here. And I'll push all this down. Alright, so got all this pushed down now, everything's looking good. Got a little bit of moisture in this edge, squeeze that out. And then we'll continue to check all these edges, make sure they're staying down. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and wipe everything down with my towel so I can make sure that there's no water bubbles or air pockets anywhere. This is just gliding across this gently. You don't want to push real hard because you don't want the material to shift at all. That could be a problem if it's a lot less tacky. We're super tacky right here, so we're not going to have that issue. at that. That's terrible. Alright, what are we going to do about that? That cannot stay there. That is a disaster. Maybe we can pull it back to these lines here. And maybe not stretch too much out here into the big lift line. I doubt it. We're going to need some hot water though, for sure. That sucks. Right there. Ugh. Alright, we gotta lift this back all the way to here. It's gonna be really tough without leaving the distortion in the adhesive. Let's see if this is even possible. So I'm gonna put hot water on here. Which will help the material fill up easier. Okay, and then we're gonna need some water for underneath it. At least some slip solution underneath. Okay. Okay, going back to right there. First things first, let's see if we can even get this piece out. I don't feel it in there, which is interesting. Okay, so that came right out, which is a good sign, but we have there's a lot of problem here. Going all the way up into a hood like this, I mean this is probably, I mean I'm just trying to salvage something here. Chances are this is not going to go well. Alright, so I'm just putting some hot water on there and then I'm peeling these edges up. Let's get a little slip underneath there. Trying to get some heat on the material and then we'll lift a little bit up. This will help it release from the hood a little bit easier. Okay. Now we're going to pull some of this up. Make sure this is all got slip on it, so nothing's sticking down. We're going to put some heat on this now and hope that this will shrink back up a little bit here. I'm going to get rid of this because we stretched it out, so we've got to get this to lay back down real nice. And then we're going to hope that there's not a huge line right there all the way around this. And that's the heat on the hot water really helps with when you're pulling it up. Helps it break loose and then not leave such a stretch line. So we want this to really relax back in there, how it was before we pulled it up. Okay, actually that looks really good. Wow, I'm surprised. I thought for sure this was a done deal. Okay, so I kind of like going sideways with the mark and not squeegeeing so much away from it, and just going with it, with the line. And that helps it be less noticeable. All right, we can have a little bit. Let's see how that dries. Okay, let's make sure we got rid of the hair now, since this is looking pretty good. Nope, that's not it. Okay, good. Okay. Spray this edge out. Then we'll go ahead and squeegee this edge down. All right, by some kind of miracle, it's leaving little to no stretch line. I just really honestly can't even believe it. I thought for sure we were just going to be pulling this off. Wow. I'm really quite shocked by that. We'll have to see how it looks when it's completely dry, but I think we just dodged a bullet there. It's important that you put that heat on it when you're pulling it up. You'll feel the material lift a lot easier, and then when you see it was all stretched out, and then I put some heat on it to get it to settle back in. Okay. Surprise, surprise. All right, so that was the process of installing paint protection film on this 2022 Audi Q5. We also then at the end there went over how to pull the film back with hot water and remove a piece of hair underneath the material. That went way better than anticipated. I thought this was going to be garbage for sure. Like, I mean, I was certain of it. So for me, when I'm pulling back something like that, it's a last-ditch effort to try to correct a problem. I basically have decided this is garbage and I'm going to throw it out. We were able to pull that back, get that piece of hair out, and it left no line around the edge, and that's amazing. Like, I'm pretty surprised. This reaction film came up and went back down very nicely. So that part should be useful as far as, you know, in your installs if you run into a situation like that. I wish I would have noticed that piece of hair when I was squeegeeing out originally, but you don't always catch them all. So came in the next day and that was there, it'd be the same situation. So terrific. Well, I appreciate you taking a look. If you found something useful or helpful, please like and subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you on the next one. So the line is right here. It literally, I mean, and as it dries, it's probably going to go away even more. You can't see it. That's awesome. It went up right here. I can still see it because it's not quite as dry as the rest of the material is on this panel. Right here. Salvaged it. Awesome.